Hi there, Cancer. Welcome. Thank you so much for joining me. This is your general reading for the year of 2022 going forward. And so how we're going to do this, we have 4 decks that have come forward. So the first one is Mermaids, and this is for January, February, March of 2022. And we're going to see how this, what the energy is like, and what the angels are asking you to do, and kind of telling what'll be in your best interests, right? Is how this goes. All right. Okay, consultant expert. Consultant expert. Something that you're going to be doing in the first 3 months of the year is going to need somebody else's expertise, somebody that already knows all this stuff. You don't have to reinvent the wheel. You just have to call up somebody who knows this stuff and ask them the questions. You will need to have a lot of clarity. You'll need to know what questions to ask, but also to understand, the nuances, all the ins and outs before you talk to this expert, or talk to them more than once. Talk to them first, and then they will have questions, and then can go away and get those answered and whatever, and then come back to them for them to be able to advise you. That's the purpose, right? You want advice from the experts. You want to know what is the best thing in this circumstance. It doesn't really feel like I kind of want to say it's maybe a legal matter, but at the same time it doesn't really feel like a legal matter. It's just something that you need to review, that you need to make sure that you're covering your own ass, kind of, that that things will end up in your best interest. That's how that goes. Okay. So it's yeah, again, I almost want to say legal matters, but it's not really legal matters. It's contracts maybe, or it's agreements. It's that kind of thing, and you want to make sure that you're not getting shafted is the thing. And I'm not saying, the angels are not saying that the other party is dishonest or anything like that, but their goal is to look after themselves, right? Your goal is to look after yourself. And so you each just need to make sure that you are doing your due diligence. That's the way that is. Okay. Now, let yourself receive. Receiving feels so amazing. And for some of you, you are so accustomed to being the giver that you just hardly know how to receive, right? It's like you're the people that if we ask you, what do you want for Christmas? You're like, I have no idea. I have everything. I don't really know what I want. Come up with something, and not necessarily Christmas. By this point that Christmas will be over. But what I'm saying is to ask for what you need. And it does feel like this is kind of, maybe for some of you, not everybody, for some of you, this is the same situation, that you need to ask for what you want and then let yourself receive it. Because, receiving keeps you in balance. If you're always giving, and you choose not to receive, you choose not to ask for what you want, like, this is a self-worth issue, right? This is you thinking you're not good enough. And this is a way deep down. You maybe aren't even really aware that you do this, but you have to look after your own interests. You have to. And it doesn't make you greedy. It doesn't make you a bad person. It just means you're crossing your T's and dotting your I's. That's all. And everybody does that. And everybody's expecting you to do that for yourself, instead of rolling over and saying, well, you said that, so it must be how it is. Not necessarily, right? You've got to look after your own interests, and then let yourself receive those things, and that regard and that abundance and that energy flow, right? You have to let it come to you. It's beautiful. And in time, as you get used to doing this, you will fully understand how this is the way the world works. This is what keeps the energy flowing worldwide. You know, anybody who has ever studied economics will understand that, yeah, you have to spend money, you have to give your money away, or, you know, have it away from you in some way in order to make room to receive the goods that you've just purchased, right? If you never spend any money, the flow doesn't happen, and things come to a standstill, right? And so you have to let yourself receive as well as give. It's a balance. All right. And so in the first quarter of the year, there will be something here that comes to an end. It's all good. It's going to feel fine. It's just a cycle. And so this whatever this is indicating to you that it's time to move on. It's time to it doesn't necessarily feel, yeah, I guess, okay. It's maybe not necessarily moving on, but it's adding more to what you're doing or something like that. It's something that is just, the cycle is ending, and it's fine, it's natural. It might feel a little uncomfortable for a short time, but it's okay. It's time to keep going and do something else, approach something else, achieve something else, experience something else. That's what that means. Okay. So, hey, so far so good. This is all about receiving and progressing, moving on. It's growth. It's growth. It's amazing. Okay. So now we're going to look at April, May, and June. And we need one more card. The abundance cards are the ones that wanted to come forward for you for now. April, May, and June. So we just need one more, angels. And we'll see. There it is. Okay. So this is a time to kind of watch your energy. If you're feeling a little grasping, of something that you really wanted and you're really going after it, you're probably chasing it away. So instead of feeling, kind of desperate about it, take a breath and step back and go, okay, we're right back to this letting yourself receive. Yeah, and letting yourself receive is different than chasing something. Letting yourself receive is attracting it. It's that feeling of feeling good, feeling abundant, knowing full well that you are always looked after, and that is how come all the good stuff comes to you. And so right now in April, May, and June, it feels like you're kind of in between. It's like you want something really badly, and so now you're getting kind of about it. You're feeling lack. Whatever it is you're wanting, you're feeling the lack of it, and that keeps it further away from you. That keeps it less smooth. Sometimes it still comes, but not as well, not as easily, not as prosperous. So you have to kind of divorce yourself, detach yourself from this outcome, and just express appreciation for it and feel good about it and let it come to you. There you go. It'll be time to be quiet within yourself. It'll be springtime, which, we don't traditionally think of that as the quiet time. We normally think of winter as that. But for you, this is going to be a time where you need to really get clear in your thoughts. And so when you take some time, maybe all alone, go out on a hike or, otherwise in nature somehow, and get really clear in your thoughts and know what it is you want, and Ask your angels for help, receive the answers, and that's how you will understand what your path forward is and how to do it. Let's read this. It's time to disconnect from the outer world so that you can discern and process your true thoughts and feelings from your inner world, right? Create this quiet time for yourself, and then you will have more clarity about what to do next. That's exactly it. They described it perfectly. That, sometimes the words are not really what the message is that's coming through, but in this case, that's exactly it. Taking a step back from the outer world so that you can get to know what's best in your inner world. Okay, and take a divinely guided chance. Yeah, so there will be opportunity, there will be different avenues, different things to do, and those things are divinely guided. And so you may choose not to do them, totally fine. You may choose to jump at that, also totally fine. It's going to work out great, you know? Because it is all divinely guided, you're protected. You know that what's coming to you for opportunities are all in your interest, your good interests, right? They may be stepping stones, they may be destinations. Sometimes it'll be hard to tell, but everything that comes to you as an opportunity is coming to you because your divine has sent it to you. So you can trust that, you can enjoy that, and you can see where it leads. Okay, all right. So that's your April, May, and June for 2022. Let's see, July, August, September. And this is the indigo cards. And let's just see, July, August, September. So that's your summer. Okay, and one more we need out. We have two. Angels, what is the best message for Cancer for July, August, September 2022? I guess they just want to choose the exact correct one because it's taking a minute to come through, isn't it? Okay, one more, angels. One more. We appreciate the messages. Thank you so much. And there, I think it is. Okay. Okay. First, they say you are not alone, ever. You have people around you. You have loved ones. You always have people you can bounce things off of. Whatever this divinely guided chance is that you will be receiving before the middle of the year. If you're still considering those things and just not sure, which direction to go, you're not alone. Ask the people around you for input. Talk to them. See, everybody has a bit of a different point of view. They all have wisdom, every single one of them. And so let yourself open up. Let yourself acknowledge that you're feeling unsure. And this is more for yourself than it is for anybody else. But that is what invites the answers to come to you. Talk to your angels. Ask them for the advice. Ask them for the answers. And they will get you the answers somehow, some way that you can understand them. You're never alone. Okay. Self-reflection. Yeah. So there's been a lot of this in your reading so far. There's this quiet time that you need to go within and really discover who you are. And what your natural reactions are about things, and how to go forward. This self-reflection, this is getting to know you. Who's your best self? And how do you make decisions? This is also discovering the things where you feel you're weakest, because that's the things that you want to be asking for help with, is where you're weak, right? The areas that you're strong in, great. You're strong in those already. It's where you feel that you need support and you need help, that you need to acknowledge so that you can go forward asking for that help. It's always available to you, but you have to be aware that you need that help. And so your angels are saying, like, it feels like you think you have to have all the answers, and it's just not true. You don't. Nobody has to have all the answers. This is why we're here, is to learn how to discover these answers. And so the sooner that you can acknowledge that you don't have all the answers, that maybe somebody else does, that you can receive assistance and advice, that you can be coachable, the sooner you'll be able to get through this and learn it and go forward fearlessly and easily. And it feels really good. But you have some inner work to do that you're going to be doing before that. Okay? And at that point, then, it'll be good timing to make a wish, because your manifestation capabilities will be like stellar. Holy cow, what do you want? You'll have to get clear on what do you want. That's part of what this self-reflection is going to do for you. Help you know what you actually want, and therefore what to ask for. So when you make that wish, then, make sure, be careful, because, the old saying, careful what you wish for, because you might actually get it. So keeping your thoughts positive, keeping your thoughts on what you want, what you desire, what you want to bring to you, this is a beautiful time for that. July, August, and September. Okay, that's going to be a really cool time for you. All right. And now let's look at October, November, December of 2022. For you, Cancer, this is, so far, what a growth year. What a lot you're accomplishing in your inner self, and you're connecting so much with the people around you, the experts. You're getting advice, you're getting new connection, because when you can ask for assistance, that creates ties between you and people. This is connections. This is what we're all here for. This is support, right? And so there's no need for you to always be the support person. Sometimes you can be the supported one. Okay. All right. Okay. Get some exercise. October, November, December. Get some exercise. I wonder if you will be having a sedentary summer, and then you need to get going again in fall. Either way, just keeping it in mind, right? It's part of a complete health plan, right? You got to drink the water, you got to eat the good food, you got to get the exercise and express the gratitude, and do the ionic breathing, and, all those things, the meditation, the yoga, whatever form that takes in your world, right? Not everybody has to do yoga. You have to be cognizant, though, that you need some form of physical activity, right? And as your reading has said so eloquently up until now, you need the inner reflection, the quiet time. Okay, and so you also need the exercise. So go get busy and get moving, and keep busy doing physical things. That will only benefit you. Okay, love from your parents. Yeah, so some of this is some of that connection we were talking about earlier. If you still have living parents, beautiful. Make a point of talking to them lots, asking their advice. No matter who they are, they have knowledge that you don't have. They're definitely older than you, so talk to them. Find out what you need to know. Ask them questions about their life. Express concern for them. Make that deeper connection. And so for those of you who your parents, or one or both parents, have passed on, please know that they are still always with you. They visit often. They love you. They are checking up on you. They just want the best for you. So being aware of that, sometimes it feels a little lonely, because you don't actually have them here in your physical, but there's only a very thin shield in between us and the people who've passed on, who've transitioned. Often when you think of them, that is truly them coming to visit. It's the reason they popped in your head, right? And when you're thinking of them and you want to talk to them, ask them to come. Most of the time they will be able to do that. So it's beautiful. And just try to communicate with them, or try to just sit in their presence, and it feels lovely. Okay. And now, by the end of the year, October, November, December, you'll be wanting to try something new. Broaden your horizons a little bit. This could be any subject, it could be work related, but it could be just something you're interested in, something new that you want to give it a go and try it. It feels fresh and exciting, and just feels like no risk. It's just a thing, right? It's just a neat thing to try, is how that feels. Okay, branching out for sure. Okay, and so now we're going to get one card as kind of an overview of the whole year, and that overview is your life purpose. It's like this really gets solid for you, that you fully understand by the end of the year, for over the course of the whole year, that you will be fully understanding your life purpose, why you're here, what you're to be doing. And the angels say that your life purpose is not some specific task. It is not necessarily a career or even a volunteer activity or anything like that. It is a feeling. Your life purpose is to feel joyful. So do what makes you feel joyful. I know that sounds overly simplistic, but that's exactly the message I get every time that I ask anything about anybody's life purpose. Whatever makes you feel joyful. So that's your task this year, is to feel joy. Okay. Cancer, thank you so much for joining me. I appreciate you so very much, and I love you. And have a great year.